I feel like I cheated and I've been feeling like I'm a cheater for a while. Like a really long time tbh. My ex and I had a really rocky relationship to say the least. I was super insecure in the relationship in general, had vaginismus so I was a virgin and he was my first and I felt like he was my first real anything as a result also cause I have CPTSD/BPD like symptoms and he was my FP. I called a guy my gym crush. When he wasn't really my gym crush but I did see him at the gym every now and then and he talked to me a few times and I thought he was attractive so I was like, oh crush. And later when I met my ex I said, oh my gym crush has white hair when we were talking. He'd talk about girls he thought were hot and their bodies and I was comparing myself to girls he'd slept with before but didn't tell him that. One day I asked him if he'd ever cheat on me, and he listed girls he wouldn't cheat on me with that were hotter like porn stars and celebs. He talked about how he wished his ex and him were more sexually active when we were having sex twice. We broke up for 2 months and I ended up going on a date with the gym crush like barely but nothing happened cause I wasn't actually attracted to him like personality-wise and even physically tbh. I saw another guy during the breakup. But then my ex and I got back and I was still upset about everything and other things happened like I was telling him how upset I was about him saying those things to me and he said he still loves his ex and when I was upset about that he got mad at me and was telling me I didn't understand cause he was in love with her. And like yeah I guess that made me really insecure cause I don't think I was in love with the guy I was on and off with and barely dating for 3 years, that I couldn't have sex with for sure so he had a point but he didn't have to say that to me when I was already so hurt and insecure about everything. Then one day I found out his snap was entirely just girls he'd slept with, and then he also gave me chlamydia. I broke up with him a few times throughout this whole thing because of how emotionally unstable I was and how much it all hurt me. And a few of the times like after the chlamydia time and the last breakup I downloaded Hinge. The chlamydia time was immediate out of anger but the last breakup was like 2-3 weeks later. And even the first time we were I downloaded Hinge after he broke up with me once and after I broke up with him for the 2 months like a few days later whenever I was in Ottawa. I just feel like I cheated cause even during the relationship I was so insecure that I was looking for proof I was attractive by being like, well no you are attractive cause like these guys thought you were. This TikTok says you're attractive scientifically, this Snapchat thing does. And then in between breakups I download Hinge looking for make validation to make me feel pretty. It just wasn't okay. I even looked at the guy I was talking to in between, the guys I'd been with before not as much since I couldn't have sex with them but trying to determine if I am attractive or not based on the guy and like okay he wanted to have sex with me and kept wanting to even after seeing me naked and seeing my flat but lol so I'm at least kinda attractive. And like he messaged me one day and I thrived off of that because I was like yes even if my BF's cheating on me it can't be completely because of my looks cause this guy wants me so I can't be ugly right? That's literally how cheating starts, you look for validation from other people. Even if it doesn't mean anything it's still a slippery slope. Did I emotionally cheat?